Breaking news exclusively from Blue Eye Media. And now from our global friendly partners.
Yeah, so this is really bad and easily one of the worst scandals of Trump's second term. Last night, 60 Minutes was supposed to be running a segment on Donald Trump's inhumane treatment of immigrants, specifically focusing on CECOT, that insane prison in El Salvador that Trump has been sending people to. But then out of nowhere, 3 hours before it's meant to air, 60 Minutes posted this. The broadcast lineup for tonight's edition of 60 Minutes has been updated. Our report inside CECOT will air in a future broadcast. This is pretty weird, very rare. Don't remember the last time something like this happened. And then it turns out that the story was killed by Bari Weiss, CBS's new editor-in-chief, who's also incredibly conservative and incredibly MAGA. The piece was going to be devastating for Donald Trump, and she killed it because the White House wanted her to. The journalist behind the story sent a letter to colleagues saying, "Our story was screened 5 times and cleared by both CBS attorneys and standards and practices. It is factually correct. In my view, pulling it now after every rigorous internal check has been met is not an editorial decision, it's a political one." She also said, "If the administration's refusal to participate becomes a valid reason to spike a story, we essentially give them a kill switch," which is exactly what happened. This is what we call state censorship. These big conservatives at these media companies will listen to the White House instead of focusing on the facts. They're seeing it right now. Please share this story around. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, this should be completely unacceptable for every American.
We have some big news right now. CBS messed up. And while the 60 Minutes episode about CECOT that Bari Weiss killed in the United States, not to piss off Trump, it aired in Canada for a period of time and people were able to watch it in Canada. I actually saw it because it's now up on YouTube. It's being taken down, but I saw it before it was. And well, it's something that every American needs to see. The 60 Minutes investigation into CECOT exposes really what we knew, that migrants were exposed to some of the most brutal, torturous conditions, and that the American government, Stephen Miller, Kristi Noem, they just laughed it all off. They laughed it all off. American influencers visited, laughed it all off as men were being brutalized. It's a very serious investigation, and it's pretty clear why Bari Weiss wanted it down, because it would have upset the White House tremendously. This is a major scandal. Everyone needs to see this 60 Minutes episode. CBS is rushing right now to get it taken down, the leaked 60 Minutes CECOT episode across the internet. It was posted on YouTube. It was leaked on Canadian television despite Bari Weiss taking it down here in the United States of America. And let me tell you what was in it. It was horrific, and I think everyone needs to know what was in it. So let me share with you what was in it right now. This is according to Variety. I actually watched it as well. It was absolutely horrific. It featured the story of a Venezuelan college student who was seeking asylum in the United States of America. His name, Luis Munoz Pinto, says, quote, "There was blood everywhere, screams, people crying, people who couldn't take it and were urinating and vomiting on themselves. 4 guards grabbed me, and they beat me until I bled, until the point of agony. They knocked our faces against the wall. That was when they broke one of my teeth." That is his experience in the CECOT facility, and everyone needs to know about it, even if Bari Weiss doesn't want you to. The United States of America sent undocumented migrants to be tortured at the CECOT facility in El Salvador, and the American media is covering it up. Let that sink in. Bari Weiss tried to claim that the reason she pulled down the CECOT 60 Minutes episode was because administration officials couldn't comment. There was nothing that sitting down with Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, anyone from the Trump administration that would have changed the fact that Human Rights Watch found the horrors, the torture, the abuses at CECOT. Nothing would have changed the personal experiences in the 60 Minutes story of young men being sent to CECOT, some with no criminal records, being beaten, being tortured. That's where the United States government sent people, and the American media is complicit in hiding it up. As an independent journalist, I can't in good faith just let what CBS is doing slide. I'm going to spend most of tomorrow covering it on my Substack, link to my bio, so check it out. We need the truth to come out, and if CBS won't do it, then we need to.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you won't get from the mainstream TV and radio outlets of America. Learn how to play the flute of the globe and learn the real truth.